Teach! Nandito kayo ngayon sa aming bahay. Dahil day off ko, i-discuss natin kung ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng Presidential Decree number 1006. Bakit ba natin kailangan ito pag-aralan kung ikaw ay gusto mong maging teacher? So let's find out. Pasok tayo. Going back to our discussion, so yung Presidential Decree number 1006, it's under President Ferdinand Marcos on January 1, 1977. Yung Presidential Decree number 1006, it's about providing for the professionalization of teachers, regulating their practice in the Philippines and for other purpose. So dito binigyan ng emphasis yung teaching as a profession. So accordingly, teacher education be of the highest quality and strongly oriented to the Philippine condition and to the needs and aspiration of the Filipino people. So in this PD 1006, there is also an examination for teachers was jointly given by the Civil Service Commission and the Department of Education and Cultures. So yung passer ng board examination were qualified for registration as a professional teachers and were given a professional teacher certificate. O diba? Ang galing. Hi, Teach! Hi, Teach! Yung PD 1006 ay meron siyang 19 sections. So, i-discuss natin yung section 1. Section 1. Yung section 1, ang nakalagay doon is about title. So, yung title ng PD 1006, this decree shall be known as the Decree Professionalizing Teaching. Okay, next, Section 2. Section 2 stated Declaration of Policy. So, we will flash it in your screen para makita nyo kung ano ba yung nakalagay dun sa Declaration of Policy. So, Declaration of Policy, it is hereby declared a policy that teacher education shall be given primary concern and attention by the government and shall be of the highest quality and strongly oriented to the Philippine conditions and to the needs and aspiration of the Filipino people, even as it seeks enrichment from adaptable ideas and practices of other people. Okay, next is okay, yung section 3 is about definition of terms. Ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng teaching, teacher, and board? Let's find out. Okay, when we say teaching, it refers to the profession primarily concerned with the classroom instruction at the elementary and secondary level, in accordance with the curriculum prescribed by National Board of Education, whether on part-time or full-time basis in the public or private schools. On the other hand, pag sinabi naman nating teacher, it refers to all person engaged in teaching at the elementary and secondary levels, whether on a full-time or part-time basis. So lahat ng mga details will be flashed on the screen. Thank you. Yung board naman, it refers to the National Board for Teachers duly constituted under this decree. Section 4. Yung Section 4 naman is about creation of the National Board for Teachers. So, ito ay composed ng Secretary of Education and Culture, yung co-chairman, yung chairman ng Civil Service Commission as co-chairman, Commissioner Professional Regulation Commission as member, and the two members representing private sector to be appointed by the President as a member. Okay, next is about Section 5. Yung Section 5 is powers and duties. So, ito yung tungkol dun sa National Board for Teachers, kung ano yung powers nila and duties. So, sila yung nag-a-appoint ng set of examiners for every examination who will determine and prepare the contents of the board examination for teachers. So, they are referred to as an examination in the elementary and secondary levels of instruction to be held at least once a year. Another power pa ng powers and duties ng National Board for Teachers, sila yung nagde-determine and fix the places and dates of examination, appoint supervisor and room examiners from among the employees of the government who shall be entitled to a daily allowance to be fixed by the board for every examination day they actually attended. Use the buildings and facilities of public and private schools for examination purposes, approve application to take examination, and approve the release of examination result. So sila din yung nag-i-issue, nagsususpend, nagre-revoke, replace, or reissue professional teacher certificate and administer oaths. So ibig sabihin, pag teacher ka, manunumpa ka with about your responsibility of being a teacher. Yung section 6 naman is about the qualification requirements for examination applicants. So ano nga ba yung mga qualification for examination of applicants? Number 1, dapat yung applicant must be a Filipino citizen. Number 2, that he is of good moral character. Number 3, that he is free from any physical and or mental defect which will incapacitate him to render efficient service. And that he possess the following minimum educational qualifications. So, yung rest ng information ay ipa-flash namin sa inyong screen para mabasa nyo. Section 7 is about appointment of examiners. The board shall appoint a set of examiners for every examination who are recognized authority in teacher education. And then, yung mga names ng mga examiner shall not be disclosed until after the release of result of the examination. So, hindi kailangan mag-leak yung information kung sino-sino yung mga examiners. And the rest of information was flashed in your screen. Section 8 is about the scope of the examination. Okay, yung scope of the examination, Section 8. The examination shall consist of written tests, the scope of which shall be determined by the board, taking into consideration the teaching plan of the schools legally constituted in the Philippines. Okay, next is about Section 9, ratings in the examination. So, in order that a candidate may be deemed to have successfully passed the examination, so ibig sabihin, para yung teacher makapasa siya sa exam, he must have obtained a general average of at least 70% in all subjects with no rating below 50% in any subjects. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan 70, at least 70 ka sa lahat ng mga subject at wala kang below 50% in any subject. Next is about Section 10, the report of the results of examination. So, the examiner shall report the ratings obtained by each candidate to the board within 150 days after the last day of the examination unless extended by the latter. Yung Section 11 is about issuance of certificates. So, paano nga ba yung issuance of certificate once na nakapasa ka na dun sa board examination? The board may consider their certificates of rating as certificates of eligibility or issue an entirely new certificate upon registration of the teacher and payment of the corresponding fees. Okay, yung professional teacher certificate, yung registration nun shall serve as an evidence para dun sa registrant na kung saan entitled siya sa lahat ng rights and privileges of a professional teacher until and unless the certificate is suspended or canceled by the board for just a cause. So, lahat ng mga rights and privileges for a professional teacher ay entitled yung teacher. Section 13 is about reissuance of revoked certificates and replacement of lost certificates. Process ng reissuance of revoked certificates and replacement of lost certificate, ang kailangan gawin doon is meron yung proper application at may required fee rin yung board tungkol doon. Kasama doon yung subject din dun sa rules ng board yung pag-issue ng bagong certificate. Section 14 is about registration by reciprocity. Ano ba yung reciprocity na tinatawag? Okay, Section 15 is about prohibition. According to the PD 1006, 3 years after the effectivity of this decree, no person shall engage in teaching and or act as a teacher defined in this decree, whether in the public or private elementary or secondary school, unless he is a holder of a professional teacher certificate or is considered as a professional teacher under this decree. Section 16 is about penal provision. So, dito naman papasok yung mga penalty, maaaring maging penalty ng isang tao kung sakaling magpa-practice siya ng teaching without valid professional teacher certificate. In Section 17, 18, and 19 ng PD 1006 ay ipa-flash namin sa inyong screen for your reference. Hi, Teach!